Okay, this is bad. Now, I'm not holding my camera steady, I'm shivering. It's 32 inside at the ceiling, and in the teens out. My propane heater went out, and my fire went out. I checked the gas last night, and on the heater here, I checked last night, it seemed like there was enough. But I guess I guessed wrong. Of course, when it's colder, the colder it is, the less BTUs your propane has. My water froze again in the bathroom. This is bad. And that's 32. This is not good. It's hard to get the temperature back up after it's so cold. I put the plastic shelf in here, and just going to hold my food and kitchen stuff and water supplies, paper towels, stuff like anything kitchen wise, because the RV kitchen just does not have enough space. And then up on top I just stuffed some extra blankets, which are actually going to be used on the windows later. And over here I've got this cute little thing that I kept. Somebody was going to throw that away last year, and I kept it. I think you might remember that. And there's baby cat's bed. She uses that a lot, actually. And then over here I'm working on putting up a bookshelf. It's not very neat yet. I'm still just tossing stuff in there for now, and I'll organize it. But it's getting there. I just did this, so I still have to organize things, but it's certainly looking better in here. I wish that shelf was deeper. There's some unused space there. But I wanted to turn it out this way, and then it hangs out too far, so that's the only way it's going to go. But eventually I want to build in shelves in here and do it up properly. But for now, it's better. So the RV is coming along nicely. And the more I stuff up in here in the corners and stuff and things like this, and the less heat loss I have going outside, so that's good. Some people have voiced their opinions that I walk around with my camera looking at the ground, and I agree. I have been doing so, and therefore I am doing this to annoy you. Anyway, I'm pointing the camera at the ground because I'm going to show you something here in a minute, and I want to explain first. I mentioned that I got something off Craigslist yesterday. Now, I have to say I got a really good deal, and this is something I had wanted because I'm going to make money with it. And now don't be shocked, but this was a really good deal. I got a mulcher chipper. This is a massive $900 value machine that I got for next to nothing off Craigslist because, oops, I don't want to show you the name on it. The guy's business name is on it. He didn't want it. It was taking up space, and he was paying for storage, and I got it. And it's a, let me cover the name. It's a Cub Cadet chipper shredder, 2-inch chipping with chromium blades. And it is nearly new looking. Now there's multiple reasons I got this, and I had saved my money while in Australia for just such a thing. Although, as I said, this was nearly free. So anyway, I went and got this last night, and the idea is I'm going to start doing my own mulch, because last year it was costing me $50 to $70 for a tank of gas to go pick up mulch. I was getting free mulch or compost, whatever, and I was paying between $50 and $70 for a tank of gas to go get this stuff. So free is not free. So while I was in Australia, I saved up to get this machine so that I can make my own. And let me take you over to show you what I spent the whole day doing. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, And I literally worked for food today, helping my landlady. She bought us lunch. Her was the living guy, Chris, up there, and I did some mulching and chipping today, and I'll show you what we did. This is a driveway where nobody could drive anymore. Now this was a deep rut, and you'll see it's leveled off, and this is what my machine did this morning. Super fine, the finest mulch. Look at that. That is nice. That is some fine stuff right there. That is super, super garden mulch. And a friend of mine suggested bagging it up and selling it, which I think is a very good idea, because this is some fine garden mulch. I can make my own garden soils with this stuff. Anyway, today we filled these ruts in and covered the ground with this mulch. These were deep ruts, and there's still some bad areas, but at least she'll be able to drive on it. I know it's going to provide traction, and I know it's temporary, but it really helps. So she'll be able to drive. I love the smell of this. It's mixed. There's pine and cedar and all kinds of stuff in there. It smells so nice. I think I might do up a batch for myself just to put in my RV to make the air smell. It smells so nice. It's really nice stuff. So anyway, this is what I did. Help my landlady with this machine. So here's another part of her driveway. And since nobody can afford to do proper repairs or get gravel, and nobody has a grader or dozer, the mulch is a good fix for now, so people can at least drive. Because both she and I were stuck already in this slop, and we can't even use that part of the driveway at all anymore. Well, now we can, so that'll help. Okay, I will hold the camera upwards as I walk. It's really windy, so I'm holding my hand over the mic, so I hope you can hear me. I'm angry with myself because I missed an awesome video recording opportunity. I used my four-wheel drive truck today and hauled out the landlady's lawnmower that was stuck out here in the middle of the meadow. It was way out here. The gas lines froze up in the winter on her. The alcohol in the gas these days absorbs water, and then the lines freeze up, and then you can't run the machine. So you can see the tire tracks here. I got out my four-wheel drive truck and towed the lawnmower all the way up to the house where we fixed it up today, got it running, and used that to haul twigs and sticks for the chipping machine. So it was a good day. It was a productive day. I was so mad at myself. That was so cool. I should have recorded that. I wouldn't call it the safest things in the world, towing a lawnmower through this stuff. You can see the tracks here actually. That little clearing is where it sat. Well, anyway, here's where I backed up to. And it worked. My old truck pulled it out and dragged it all the way through this mud and snow and slop all the way home. So that was cool. Anyway, that's where I've been all day. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but she bought us lunch, so that was nice of her. And it's always good to help people, especially people who you're renting from. Occasionally I call this my property. I mean, yeah, I hope to buy it one day, but for now, anything from this rock wall back and 60 acres out is my playground. Nobody touches it but me. So yeah, I say it's mine because, I mean, as long as I'm paying rent, it's mine to play with. This is the remains of the other wind turbine frame. That came off easy. Funny, the other one was really hard to take off. I was going to record this one because the other one took me 5 minutes. That one popped off. Funny how things work. Now, somebody suggested this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. It's a simple way to help secure this. Now, I'm just going to put a couple more in there. I got some bricks and stuff laying around. Well, that'll help keep that weight low, and the center of balance low, and should help keep this wind turbine from falling over. Now, there's no real stress on him anyway, on a bad day, so he should be fine. But I don't want to take any chances, and somebody suggested this easy fix, so I've got some bricks laying around here. I'm just going to pop them on there and help secure it better. Anything I can do to help keep this from blowing away and falling over. Now, since that's screwed in so heavily, that thing should never come down. That's pretty solid, but I still might put some cross bracing on this later on. I've got some long boards. I'm still thinking I'm going to cross brace that just to be extra sure. I don't want to risk it, but right now I've got more pressing matters. Is heat and warmth in the RV. I want to take these metal sheets if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to. I need to try to straighten these out and see if I manhandle them alone. They're pretty heavy. And they're somehow wrapped over the stakes in here. Yeah. So I'm going to undo these screws, take this apart. Now you see here, again the wood broke. When the wind blew, it broke the wood. It broke the framing. So that was some serious force, and it plowed over the stakes and the whole framing on the garden fence. So it was some serious force was on that. Anyway, I'm going to tear this all apart and try to use this for skirting under the RV, because it's really cold. Let's see if I maybe knock it apart with a hammer first. problem is, these are heavy. I have to drag them literally. And they're not very wide, so, and they're 40 foot long, so they're longer than the RV, which isn't really an issue, but they're not very wide, so I'm going to have to put two of these together. I'm going to have to build a frame. Time is running out. So, over here on the RV, hope I'm not looking at the ground, behind the RV here, oh no, on the back side one is going to be good. Perfect. One is going to do it. On the back it'll be okay. So I'm going to do that. There's a quart of oil. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm going to drag that piece in here, except for the exhaust is in the way. That's sort of stupid. That's a problem. That hangs out pretty far. Otherwise that thing can lean right up here. That's really annoying. I'm going to have to cut out for that. But otherwise it'll be perfect. This is my cooking. Oh no. Oh, how stupid. No wonder I was smelling fuel. Oh, I hate rodents. This is a brand new line. Look what they did. Oh, I hate rodents. Look at this. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy a new line. That's rodents. Probably chipmunks. Not sure if chipmunks are mice. I live in the forest. I honestly, it would be very hard to live sustainably with modern appliances and stuff that we use today and that we're used to, because this is not sustainable in nature. If this happens post-collapse, you're done. That's it. End of story. So I'm going to have to find more sustainable alternatives out here. That stuff is hard to work with. Oh. Well, I'll stake that up. I'm going to put some padding on the back side of it so it doesn't rip up the RV fiberglass. I'll stake that up in place. Maybe put something around the wheel wells. I'll have to lean it out at an angle like it is because of that exhaust pipe. But maybe it'll help some. And I still have to put some along the back here of the RV. And along the front as well. But I have some shorter pieces out in the meadow, out in the other meadow, in the landlady's property. So I'll see what I can do here. That is some hard work dragging that stuff. It's so flimsy. I'm just going to stake it up like this with a bunch of pieces of board, scrap wood. If I put enough of them up, should hopefully hold it up there. I'm going to put pieces of scrap insulation at all the contact points so it doesn't wreck my my RV. Well, that should stop a majority of the wind, to be honest. Well, you're supposed to have air holes anyway, like around the tire, for breathing. I guess I can leave the tires open and just stack a bunch of junk up against this. Might even use some rocks and stuff and heap it up so it doesn't move. Well, there's one wall done. That was easy. I gotta do it fast and easy because I still have to cut wood. It's getting dark. So I'm going to drag up that piece and see if I can get it to fit under here. And I also have the front of the RV to do too. And I left it open underneath the shed here. I actually was storing stuff down there. I put a piece of tin here. I'm going to do the same here, stake it up and lean things against it. And up front, this is all closed nicely, of course. That's really good. Nothing's happening there. But up front here I've got some space, and up around the front bumper of the vehicle I've got to cover that yet. So I'll just keep plugging at it. Before I drag more of that metal, I'm taking a break. Well, not really a break, you couldn't call it. I'm hauling wood in to burn. I changed jobs for a minute to let my back have a rest. But I'm burning a lot more firewood with the weather being colder now. I am burning double what I was burning just a week ago. So my 3-day supply of firewood has become a day and a half. So my porch is empty. So now this is a good learning experience. I am stocking up wood to take inside right now. I had split this morning before I went out to chip wood. Just to let you know, this is a good learning experience. A lot of people wonder why I'm even doing this and why I shouldn't just move into the little camper. Well, if I didn't learn by doing here and find out how much wood I need, next year would be rough. So I'd rather suffer now, go through all this, find out what works, what doesn't. The porch works, the porch is good, the porch holds up. This idea around the whole RV next year I think will be incredible, especially all the way to the ground. It held up through all the worst severe winds with the boards on the bottom of the plastic, and that kept the plastic tight, and it kept it from ripping up, and it kept the wind from going under. That was perfect. I can't believe how well that worked. And that bottom piece is actually original. That was there when I left. That did not come off. Only the top part had to be replaced. So the wood stove shed is a success. I just have to burn a lot more wood right now because it's so cold. And it's not warming up in the day. I'm wearing a shirt, a sweatshirt, and a winter coat right now. So it's just not it's not getting warm. So this is good experience. Very good experience, I think. Looks like a wasteland now. They ripped down all the metal sheets. I'm breaking down the pallet pieces, breaking down the tower. That's the remains of the windmill tower, the remains of the water, the remains of my fence. It's all going to be redone anyway this year. The garden will be extended, so it's going to be a lot different this year. As I said, a lot better. I think this should hold up. I'll probably secure it even more though, just to be safe. But the tower itself is stable. I mean the woodwork is stable. So I'm going to continue. What I'm doing is, as I pick away at this, like these beams are perfect for holding up against that metal sheeting behind the RV. I dragged out the other two pieces. I'm going to drag them out behind the RV and just leave them there for now. Less chance of them lifting up and going somewhere, and it won't look so bad. And I'm sorting piles. I don't know if you can see it from here. I've got a pile of metal scrap and a pile of wood, which is going to be kindling, that I'm starting over here. So I'm sorting all of my stuff out as I go, just randomly picking up stuff as I go along. as soon as the ground is soft, I can lift these stakes and redo all this. The raised beds were a success, so I think I'll keep them. I'm going to put mulch in between and around everywhere so the grass won't be able to recover. Well, look at the probably mice. I'm not sure. Can you see the tracks all through here? The tunnels all through? That was underneath that metal piece. Critters have been living down here and having a good time of it. That's the thing. The rodents, they'll make a nest. There's a nest of something. Big round ball. They've been nesting in my raised bed. Oh, they're sleeping in there. Look at that. See, this is a bad thing. Well, that's a deep hole. There's a hole right there, and there's a deep hole right there. They've been nesting in there. That's not good. Well, I might be in trouble. There is a severe wind warning for all of New York tomorrow. Up to 57-mile-per-hour gusts of wind and sustained 20 and 30-mile-an-hour winds. So I started putting up anything I could find around this RV now. I'm going to actually throw even more boards up against everything, because on a good day I have gusts up to 20, 30, 50, 70 miles an hour blasting through here. Now if New York State has a severe wind warning, I'm in trouble. So I've taken some plastic pieces I dragged out of the forest. I've propped it up with heavy duty doubled up pieces of pallet. I'm going to put a couple more on there. You guys saw me do this earlier, but I'm propping up more boards. I expect the wind will be extremely damaging and extremely severe. I still have to put something up here. I'm losing sunlight, but I had to take a break. I really overextended myself today, and I was hurting pretty bad. I put up a piece of metal there. I'm probably going to prop that up a little bit better. I've stacked up some boards here. I'm going to close that little hole down there. I have stuffed in some plastic sheeting down here and propped it up with anything and everything I can think of. Same goes here. I've put some plastic sheeting under the front, propped it up. More scrap plastic. I still got to prop that up better. I even used my car ramps to help hold this up. Whatever I can, I'm going to keep securing this. I'm going to keep propping stuff up because the wind tomorrow is going to be damaging and dangerous. So I just wanted to show you before I run out of daylight. I'll still be working until after dark probably, just propping things up and trying to secure this RV from the wind. And just do what I can because it's cold. It's in the 20s and it's not getting any warmer. So, and I don't know which direction the wind's going to come from. It varies every day. So I'm just going to keep going. Hope it holds up. Might actually have a cozy night. To try to protect against the winds, I've taken my dilapidated greenhouse. It's been knocked over twice and blown across the property. So I've put some of my lead acid batteries in the bottom. I put 2 on each side for storage. I'm putting a bunch of weight down in the bottom for storage, just to hold it in place. I'm just going to weight that down as well as I can on that bottom shelf and see if I can save this from worse damage. At least the frame is intact, and that's important. I can still use the frame. That's not going anywhere. There's not much more I can do than that. I've staked this out twice this way. I've used 2 screws each. That's some super thick lumber. And wedged it. I have straightened out the bar as well as I could, pressed it together with those 2, and then I really gave this a good shake, and it doesn't budge. It doesn't move at all. It seems to be pretty good and strong. Now, I'm also going to, some people mentioned the zip ties and stuff. I've got some banding material, actually right here. I'm going to fasten a whole mess of this stuff on there as well for extra security. And just with the strong winds coming, I'm going to do everything I can to keep this one from falling down. That should stop it from anything in this direction. Side to side, it's pretty tough anyway. It's got quite a few pieces of material, a lot of screws, and quite a few pieces of wood holding it together. I'm thinking about screwing these pieces down for extra strength. I don't know if it's necessary. With all that weight, I don't think that's going to be necessary, but that also helps support that pole even better. So, just securing things and tightening things down before the big storm comes. Well, I can't have a whole day go by without my trying my own machine in my own place. I'm tired of this mud. Tired of slogging through this mud right here. So, I've got earplugs. Got a nice little pile of sticks here. That's going to be a good amount of mulch. And this machine throws it out with some serious force, so you'll see that in a few minutes here. That's a nice running machine. Let's pause here and then we'll go have a look. This thing blows with some tremendous force. But here's the leaves I put in there. Look at how fine. Look at that. Super fine garden mulch. Look at this. Look at how thick that is. No more muddy feet. Look at just, I mean, I only shut off the camera for I think 2 minutes. I should have left it running to show you real time. No more muddy feet. And this is thick. This is a nice thick layer. There's some leaves from before. Look at this. Nice thick layer of mulch. And it smells. It smells so sweet. It's a mixture of different wood types. Now I just gotta get a rake out here and spread it out where that blew it dry. But that is better. See, I'm gonna go from this to this in front of my RV. So much nicer. Now this same material, especially mixed with the leaves, in the next days here, look at how thick that is right there. Oh, that's nice. Look at right here. Look at how thick that is. That's a ½ inch thick right there. So I'll be able to rake this out. But with the leaves and the tree mulch together, it's this fine mix. Super fine mulch. This is an amazing machine for garden mulch. This is incredible. I'm quite happy. So I did a lot of thinking while I was in Australia, and a lot of praying actually about certain things and investments. What should I buy? What should I not? And I saved up to buy this and a rototiller because it's going to save me a lot of money. I think their tiller was $75 for a day last year. Actually, I think I only had 2 hours to use it, and that's insane. For $150 you can own a rototiller. So I hope to own a tiller this year if I can find one. And I'm going to retail this garden over here. Like I said, I'll probably redo the raised beds later. And then from here over is all going to be a standard till garden. All this whole area here is going to be all standard tilled garden from here all the way to the fence. So this whole area. And then I'll just continue working at it with the coming years. But this mulch is going to do wonders. You put this stuff on the plant rows, and I probably won't have to water. If I get enough of this mulch down, I won't have to water. And that's the idea. If anybody hasn't seen it, the movie Back to Eden, I think it's available on YouTube. I do believe that's where I watched it originally. That video will show you amazing things about gardening with no work, and that's my idea. So that's the hopes and plans for this year. So this machine is not only going to help improve the yard here, but it's going to make me some money. So mixing this with some nice fertile soil, you got an amazing potting soil that's going to hold moisture. So give me your opinions, people. What do you think about selling some of this? I can mix that with soil, with fertile soil, and I think you got a really good potting mixture. Organic, pure potting soil. I think there might be a market for that. Let me know, guys, what you think. But at any rate, I've already earned a good dinner with it from my landlady, and she's probably going to have me do other projects, and I can probably help neighbors. And that's the idea this year. More self-sustaining projects. More. I'm leaning more towards being self-sustaining here in the off-grid project this year. More towards using the stuff I have to earn me money. or getting equipment like this to make me money. So, well, that's it for tonight. It's getting dark. I've got the RV battened down as well as I can. It looks junky, but I've really leaned up a bunch of stuff all the way around. This side is really especially boarded up. I might put a couple more right here in the middle yet. I'm going to work until I can't see anymore, because that wind is, I really worry about it. I am worried. So, I'll show you the back side. I did leave this one little spot open. I do need airflow for the stove. I was trying to shove this underneath all the way it would have fit perfectly, but it's hitting the sewer pipe, the original sewer pipe from the toilet, and won't quite fit in. But it blocks at least a large portion of the wind. Hopefully that'll hold, but the wind's supposed to start tomorrow late morning, so I'll have time to figure it out and go from there. I took out everything to hold this down today. I just pulled out everything. But now I know how bad the winds are here.